What is going on, party people? Welcome back to the North Texas Dynasty on College Football 26. We got a banger episode for y'all. We return to year 3 of the Dynasty, and we got 2 games in this video, starting with an out-of-conference opponent, what should be an easy W, but with an in-state rival, we got the Texas State Bobcats. This is a team that we have not played before, but is significantly worse than us. We're the number 9 team in the country. We have taken down the number 4 Texas Longhorns. You see them ranked number 4. We should be ahead of them. They have 1 loss. It's to us. Guess who? Head coach Stevie Balls is here, and we got the wheels rolling. As I mentioned in the last video, which by the way, y'all have done really well supporting the last 2 videos, has encouraged me to make more of these more often, so I appreciate that. I just want to get that out of the way. But going into this game, we are expecting to keep the chains rolling. That's what we've done against these lower conference opponents. This is our last year in the American Conference, so we want to leave on a good note, dominating teams in and outside of our conference. And I think after we beat Texas, we still have to play Miami later in the year, but there is an undefeated season realistically on the table here. We got Parker Van Ness at quarterback for Texas State. 4-0 North Texas versus 2-1 Texas State. Their only loss this season goes to an SEC school, Texas A&M, another in-state rival. So they are 0-1 against Texas schools. And right away, we are going to see Parker Van Ness take off. He has that mobility in his bag, but he is short, and we are going to get them off the field 3-and-out style. 4th and 2. Here comes the punt. On the return, we have our wide receiver 1, the speedster, Drayden Dickman is going to have some blocks, the Double D himself. That is such a good nickname. And he's going to be taken out of bounds at the 50. And coming off of a masterclass, we have sophomore quarterback transfer Bryce Baker. Absolute dog. Let's see what we can get going early in the ground game. From the shotgun, handing off to our other transfer, our number 1 running back, Justin Marshall, is going to muscle ahead for a 6-yard gain, which would bring us to a 3rd and 3. Don't want to return the 3-and-out. We're too close anyway. We're going to throw this one up, and like I said, probably should have lobbed that. I don't know why we hit the held down on the square, but 4th and 3, this close in, we're not punting. That's just not in my bag, unfortunately. 4th and 3, here comes the snap. Getting frisky early, wide open. Justin Marshall almost tiptoes out of bounds, but keeps his composure, and the drive keeps moving. Feeding him in the passing game, in the running game. Justin Marshall's been a great addition from the transfer portal this season to join alongside our quarterback Bryce Baker, who is entering his 2nd year starting quarterback for the North Texas Mean Green. Back to Justin Marshall on a juke move. A productive gain of 8 yards. He's averaging 7 a carry to get it going so far. And now we see a potential speed option play. Ditched out really quickly. He's going to have a wide open lane. But this one is coming back. Sophomore tight end Glenn Bell is going to be charged with a hold. And we're going to have to try it again. Back it up to 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Baker. Quick strike to the outside, tiptoeing his way in. Tommy Maher with the reception. And that'll bring us to 3rd and inches. Back to Justin Marshall. Beautiful blocking, a wide open touchdown. And our touchdown leader adds another one on. The score would be 7-0. Out comes Parker Van Ness at risk of another 3-and-out here on the road. Stadium Pulse is pulsing all the time in the world, and they're going to pick. No, it's dropped. Good hit from Samaje Burrell to force another 3-and-out, and we're going to get the ball back with an opportunity to go up 2 possessions rather quickly, as Justin Marshall is simply just good. He is just a good maneuver with the football. 2nd and 6 from the shotgun. Not having to pass a lot this game. The running game has been exquisite, but that will be Glenn Bell picking it up. An easy one right there, making up for his hold, and that would move the chains. 1st and 10. Got to get the ball to Justin Marshall any way we can. Here comes the screen. Beautiful blocks. Marshall spins, is going to muscle ahead for another 1st, and he is getting involved in every way possible. 3rd and 3. Right outside of goal-to-go range. From the shotgun, Baker senses some pressure, has a man wide open over the middle, and it's going to be number 13, Devin Hyatt, who got the cover page of our last video. and he is getting more warmed up to this team. I think all three of our starting receivers are all transfers, except for Tommy Maher, who was here last year and was the wide receiver 4. He is now the wide receiver 3 to go into his junior year. I'm excited to see what he does his senior year because he's just getting warmed up. 3rd and 5 here, another 3rd down. Going man at the last second, leaves a wide open receiver. Terrible defensive coordinator call. Can't even blame that on head coach Stevie Balls with the controller in his hand. Huge game for Parker Van Ness, and the Bobcats are going to get them further down the field than they have been this entire game. Trying to stop this one from getting out of hand. That's going to be freshman Ray Kohler, who has elite development, but is just going to whiff on the tackle there. That's another completion down the field, right outside of goal. Pretty much 1st and goal right here. 1st and 10. Down 14, trying to get some points. He's going to take off on the blast, and he's going to get blasted himself. No did word. Brings up 2nd and goal, which would proceed to a 3rd and goal. Trying to hold them to 3 here. Our defense has done well all season, and he's going to go down! That's Rashad Battles in the backfield. Gets his first sack of the game, and we are going to hold Texas State to 3, and I love that from our defense. I will take 3 all day. Just keep them out of the end zone. Can't be too upset with how we've played so far. Up 14-3, and we got an opportunity to add on to that even more. Here is Tommy Maher on the return. He's going to have blocks. Tommy Maher's got a crease. Tommy Maher, does he have the speed? He's gone. Number 10, Tommy Maher, has been quiet entering his starting role, but that is going to make a big Justice and AJ boom as the North Texas Mean Green return the kick. Beautiful blocks and the speed of number 10 to take that one all the way. North Texas dominating at home so far, up 21-3 on the Bobcats. Looking to advance our rank even higher into the top 10 as we whiff on another tackle. What is going on? We're looking to upgrade our level, and we are also looking to advance to 5-0 as we're 4-0 to start the year. 1st and 10, 6 minutes left in the first half. Parker Van Ness moving some things around. Has some time until he does it. 5-yard loss. There is the senior Jaden Williams in the backfield. He has produced a handful of sacks so far this season. Play action. Has some more time. Throws it on the run. Patty Mahomes style. And he caught it! Oh my goodness, what a ball from Parker Van Ness. I thought we had that interception so easily, but they managed to come down with it, and this is the 2nd straight drive. Texas State is getting an opportunity deep in our territory, but once again, that QB blast is going nowhere. We're ready for it. Here's 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, we got Parker Van Ness, the star. Is going to be a fake screen. He scrambles out. They're going to go with the screen. We're going to miss a tackle, and it will be stopped about 3 yards short. And it looks like they're going to go. They're not going to settle for 3. Down 3 possessions. They're going for it. 4th and 3. Quick strike. Wide open man over the middle. And there's the first touchdown of the day for Parker Van Ness and the Texas State Bobcats. Our lead is reduced from 21-3 to 21-10. We now have 3:15 left in the half, and we do a little fake screen of our own, and then we commit at the last second. Justin Marshall gets a nice gain of 15 right there. 2nd and 7. Baker having a very efficient game so far. Obviously, the run game is helping quite a bit. That's going to be over the middle. It's Justin Marshall again. He can do anything. Not quite CMC, but we sure are using him like he's CMC. 1st and 10, audibling out of the QB blast. They loaded the box. They're sending everyone over the middle. A diving catch! That was one of the white guys. I don't know if that was Dickman or if that was Tommy Maher, but someone extended to make that grab. What a play. Over the middle. This one's Drayden Dickman, who's going to be tackled at the 1. Last time out for Texas State. And now we're going to bust out the QB blast. Call it Cam Newton style. Yeah, down. Bryce Baker finds his way into the end zone, and I've been looking to use that more. That's our version of the tush push. It's an easy 4 or 5 yards almost every time, and that would be a nice cushion to extend our lead 28-10. Texas State not getting anything going before halftime. We open the 3rd quarter, and Baker going to start off with a 10-yard gain to open up the 2nd half. 1st and 10. Back to feeding Justin Marshall here. Has some blockers. The blocks are beautiful, and the way he is finding his way through the maze of defenders almost gets a 1st down. We feed him again. Why not? Justin Marshall back up the middle. Justin Marshall taking advantage of the lineman advantage we clearly seem to have. 12 rushes, 83 yards. Ridiculously efficient right now. 1st and 10. Baker setting up some audibles from the shotgun. He's going to trail backwards until he goes down. Not able to find a man there, and it'll bring up 3rd and 25 here. Maybe Texas State getting a little momentum going their way early in the second half. Get some post going. Baker from the shotgun. He's trailing backwards. To his right, has all the time in the world. A man's wide open! Dickman gets around the defender. Dickman beams and wobs his way into the end zone. What a heads-up play. The cannon arm from Bryce Baker. Drayden Dickman turns a dead drive into 6. 3rd and 25. What a highlight play. And oh my goodness, Green Bean. Oh my goodness. It's Tommy Maher! Who else down the field? And don't get me wrong, I love Justin Marshall. But when Bryce Baker is tapped in and his accuracy is good, obviously he can scramble. We have a shot to win the Natty. I've been saying it all season. This is Bobby Frederick, by the way. I subbed in the backups because we're up 42-10. And the RB3, Bobby Frederick's going to follow some blockers and find his way into the end zone. Texas State put up a solid fight for about 5 minutes. Second half was an absolute avalanche, and I got to give credit to both sides of the ball. Defense, offense, everyone played their part. Bryce Baker, 82% completion percentage, played remarkable. The run game obviously helped a lot. Our wide receivers are really starting to find their true form. Tommy Maher and Drayden Dickman are both, they might be the coldest white receiver duo in college football. They are both insanely fast. Terrell Washington, Bobby Frederick also contributing in the run game. Glenn Bell, the tight end, contributing in the passing game. Justin Marshall contributing in the passing game. Our linemen played excellent. Special teams played excellent. This was top to bottom what you want to see from this team. When I did the WKU Dynasty last year, we won our first Natty year 3. It was a miracle. It was a Cinderella run, but I'm hoping we can repeat that because this squad, I think, has what it takes. But we move on, and we got a much more live opponent playing against the 1-3 Jay Stuckey-led Purdue Boilermakers. For those of you who are tapped into the series, this is a new team I added to the American Conference to kind of buff up it a little for our last year in the American Conference before we transfer to the Big 12 Conference. This is a Big 10 team. Now, don't get me wrong. Purdue is not known for football as we check out the American Conference standings. Us, FAU, Buffalo, UAB, USF, and Army, all with 0 losses so far. UConn, Boise, and Tulane, East Carolina, Memphis, Purdue, Charlotte, all with 1 loss, and then Temple and Georgia Tech falling behind the sticks a little bit with 2 whole losses. But this is a big test for us. This is not Texas on the road. I believe we're playing at home. But this is Purdue. This is a Big Ten team, not really known for football, but I do believe they fit quite well in the American Conference, and I think they can make some noise in the American Conference. They're out of conference schedule, not looking great so far. They come into this game 1-3, but Jay Stuckey, their quarterback, dude's talented. Dude is not a bad player. So we want to defend our home court or our home field. We want to advance to 6-0 at the halfway point of year 3. We want to keep proving to the committee why we deserve a first-round bye in the playoffs for the first time. Here we go. 3rd and 2 against Purdue, and Justin Marshall gonna leave us with inches. This is a little dumb, but like I said, the QB blast, I mean, if it's 4th and inch, I'm just gonna go ahead and give it to number 17, who's gonna get 10 plus on that one. This is 10 to be exact, and that would get us close to midfield. Back to Justin Marshall, trying to establish the run game. It's a first down and about 6 more right there. 3 rushes for 10 yards for number 29. 2nd and 10 here for Baker. Trying to establish the QB draw and Baker's ability to run his threat with his legs. It's a 7-yard pickup, and he's proving to be one of the better dual-threat quarterbacks in college football. I hope we get to keep him until he's a senior. This dude's a stud. From the shotgun, here is Baker. Waiting for something to develop over the middle. He's going to have Drayden Dickman outrunning the DB, and that is going to get us closer to scoring on our first drive. About halfway through the first quarter here. 1st and 10, Baker sending a man on a drag, finds a man over the middle. It's Glenn Bell threading the defense right down the middle. A green bean throw from Bryce Baker, and Glenn Bell proves to still be an essential tight end. But like I said, here comes Jay Stuckey looking for their second win of the season. 10 touchdowns to 2 picks. Bro's not bad. Down 7-0. Adversity, backs against the wall, can't afford a 4th loss on the season, especially after getting demoted from the Big Ten. But it's gonna be a sack! 7-yard loss, Jaden Williams, the senior, get him off the field. From the shotgun, here is Baker, trying to find an open man, takes the snap from the shotgun, gonna throw up a prayer, is this one overthrown? Tommy Maher again! Runs it down, and wow! Maher has been quiet all season, but him and Dickman have absolutely exploded this video. No Didward. My goodness, what a play. And we are quickly up 14-0 as Jay Stuckey is not going anywhere. That's Avion Carter. Get him off the field again. 3rd and 8 here. Baker from the shotgun. Feeling some pressure. Trailing backwards. Is going to scramble away. Is going to launch another beam down the field. Is that Tommy Maher again? You're kidding me! This kid is ridiculous! And Bryce Baker, the heads-up play, the cannon arm, and it is Tommy Maher again! Tommy Maher! Why not let it fly? Shout out Chris Move! Keep feeding number 10! Tommy Maher! We have the coldest white receivers in the game! My goodness! Out to Justin Marshall on 3rd and goal. It's going to be short. Underwhelming, but we're going to take our 3. Oh my goodness, extend this to a 3-possession game at home. Fireworks right away for the Mean Green, playing in some rain. I can't believe Tommy Maher hung on to that ball. And here we go up 17-0. 4:20 left in the first half. Jay Stuckey. It's been a slow start. It's been a rough day. It's been a rough season. There is Joshua Pierce, who broke the sack record in our first game of year 3. Adds another one to his total. Here is Terrell Washington. This is RB2 following his blockers. That's a 15-yard gain right there, as we got about 3 minutes left in the first half. 2nd and 23 here. Following a sack from Baker. How did they capitalize? That's not going to capitalize. We're actually going to get it to Drayden Dickman. Drayden Dickman is going to find his way past some defenders. You gotta be kidding me! Number 6 and number 10 are running this fucking sport. Drayden Dickman and Tommy Maher are big play machines. Not to mention Devin Hyatt. It's just like, he's like our Cole Beasley. It's just a great possession guy. Like, my goodness, this team has what it takes to not only get back to the Final Four, win the whole damn thing. 3rd and 8. What a ridiculous showing so far. Purdue down 24-0. Let's see if they got anything left in the first half. Throwing up a prayer, one-on-one, and how do we lose that? Touchdown Purdue, finally, a much-needed score for them. But that is the 2nd jump ball in this video. I cannot believe we did not intercept. 2nd and 4, they would get the ball back. And they got an opportunity to make this game even closer before halftime. Wide open, over the middle. The defense is sleeping. They fell asleep after seeing we went up 24-0. You got to stay tapped in. Now, we would wake up a little bit, force them to 3 here to end the first half. We're fine. Everything's fine. We're up 14 going into halftime at home, 24-10. Take a little look at this. I love this animation right here. First of all, we're up 24-10, but Tommy Maher, he could be player of the game with 3 catches, 122 yards. That's in the first half alone. Tommy Maher bursting onto the scene. Drayden Dickman been doing this shit. But Purdue with momentum receives to start the second half. That's wide open, and they are a touchdown away from this being a one-possession game. Jay Stuckey said we're not going down without a fight. Play action. Stuckey. Oh, my goodness. There's another one in the backfield. Who is that? Joshua Pierce. Gonna get him off the field again. No scores for you. 1st and 10. 3rd quarter. Baker letting the play develop. He's got a man over the middle. Speaking of number 13, Devin Hyatt makes a man miss on the drag and turns what should be an easy first down into about 3 first downs right there. 1st and 10, back onto the field. Bobby Frederick getting some more reps, finding his way onto the field. Wide open on the screen. This is our gadget running back, and he's going to find a nice gain, getting us within the 20 of Purdue. This game goes a lot more relaxing if we can go up 31-10 here. Bobby Frederick on 3rd and 2 runs into his own lineman. 3rd and inches turns into 4th and 2 And once again, we are going to settle for 3. It's not like we couldn't pick this up, but we're just going to take our 3. I'll take a 3-possession game. I like to think in games of possessions. We're up 27-10, and our defense has played really well. 20 seconds in the third quarter, 3rd and 13, and they decide to run it. I wonder why you've only won 1 game all season against an FCS school, Purdue. Maybe I need to throw you in the Sun Belt. Now, with that being said, we're only up 17. I gotta stop talking shit. Oh yeah, this is the animation I was talking about. We're in the top 25. There you see us at number 8, just behind Michigan, Ole Miss, Notre Dame, LSU, Ohio State. We're climbing the ranks. And of course, Texas is up there, even though we beat them. But, you know, whatever. 4th and 14. This comes down to Jay Stuckey all the time in the world. Goodness gracious. And that man's wide open. Why did our safety run away? Did y'all see that? Our safety had him, and he just let him run by him. 1st and goal. Purdue not going down without a fight here in the 4th. Jay Stuckey feels the pressure. Double coverage. Our DBs are low-key selling this game. Our D-line and our linebackers are playing great. Our corners are low-key selling. We're only up 10, 8-19. This game's not over. Baker, over the middle. It's Devin Hyatt again, and that route has been money for him. That's a huge yard. And Bryce Baker, it's been a while since he's thrown an interception. That was a big concern his freshman year. He's done very well so far, playing conservative. 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Bobby Frederick almost breaks another one right there, but a huge gain and a huge first down. 1st and 10. Baker, we got a read option here. That's going to go to Justin Marshall, who's going to juke his way back inside. What a filthy play to recognize where the defense was targeting, and that's going to go for a huge gain. 1st and 10. We got the speed option here with Justin Marshall and Bryce Baker. Baker waiting to pitch it. Baker, he's not going to pitch it. Baker's going to take it himself, keeping the defense on their heels. That's an 8-yard gain. Now, that being said, Purdue's making a final stand, 4th and 3. I could have kicked it here, but we're close enough. I don't give a shit. Shotgun snap. Plenty of time over the middle. Drayden Dickman. I'm so glad we got him to transfer. Look at the stats, though. Rewind, look at the stats. Jace Stuckey is 20 for 21, and we're only up 34-17. That is ridiculous that they're not having a better fight in this game. Their defense is playing awful. Their O-line's not playing good. Their receivers aren't playing good. Their running game is not playing good. And the coach is calling terrible plays. 2nd and 14. Leave it up to Jay Stuckey to not get rid of the ball. That's another sack. Our 4th of the game. That brings us to 3rd and 22 with 3 minutes left. Time running out for Purdue. The light is dimming at the end of the tunnel. And there is another one. This defense is remarkable. I'll just spoil it for you. They didn't pick up the 4th down. We would sub in our backups. Here is Haas Hejny, the QB2, who's really not bad. He's only he's an 83 overall, which I think Baker's an 84 and 85. So he could be a starter on a lot of teams. I just got him in case, Baker got hurt or something. I'm not sure. But that was another dominant win for the Mean Green. 44-17 is your final score, and this regular season is proving that we honestly probably should have left the American Conference last season, but I didn't want to leave on a conference championship loss. We're going to have a very cinematic game coming up against Boise State, who beat us in that conference championship game, and we're going to have an opportunity to get a little revenge, because last year we looked fantastic. It looked like we had all the tools to make a run. We lose our conference championship, and we lose in the first round of the playoffs to Georgia, the team that beat us in the playoffs the year before in the Final Four. So the lore is building, the story is getting better, the team is getting better, my commentary skills are getting better, more of you guys are watching, more people are subscribing, my TikTok is growing, it's a new year, let's lock the fuck in. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're 6-0, year 3, moving on. We would also land a 4-star free safety in Nate Bynum. Spoiler alert, he ends up being pretty good. W's in the chat. Thanks for watching. Like and sub for more. Happy New Year. I love y'all, and have a great day.